So, have you ever asked yourself why a cliche is actually a cliche? Why did it become a cliche? So, what's the meaning of cliche? Cliche is a sentence or like expression that has been overused and therefore kind of lost its meaning because we use it so often. But there is an actual reason for that, and that's because most of the time these cliches have a lot of truth in them. So one of my favorite cliche phrases is feel the fear but do it anyway. So a lot of the times people are paralyzed by fear. We all get really, really scared and anxious, especially when it comes to making changes in our lives or doing something big like starting a business or moving to another country or reinventing ourselves. And actually this is stuff that most of us crave. We actually crave to always improve on a soul level. We crave to always do well, we crave to start businesses, we crave to create freedom, we crave a lot of stuff. Our soul is like literally telling us all the time, oh, we want this, we want that. But then we don't do it because we are paralyzed by fear. Now, this phrase, feel the fear but do it anyway, basically means that this fear is going to be common if you want to make big steps or big changes in your life, but it doesn't mean that you have to stop yourself from going for your dreams and doing what you want on a soul level. How does this actually work? When it comes to getting out of our comfort zones, we are actually fighting our own nature. There is a part of our brain which is basically addicted to staying in the comfort zone. So if we want to change something, we have to overcome a part of our own biology, a part of our own genetic makeup, a part of our own programming. This reptilian part of our brains basically wants to keep us safe. It wants to keep us stuck, but it often has a wrong perception of what safety truly means. So if we want to ever get out of our current situation and make big changes in our lives, we need to learn how to overcome our own minds, our own brains, right? This is not that easy, but through spiritual work or meditation practice or even just awareness practices, this can actually be accomplished. So what happens is that when you become aware of your own programming, of your own nature, of your own thinking patterns, that's when you actually have the power to change them. A lot of people get really intimidated by the idea of moving to a new country or the idea of starting a business. A lot of the times we hold ourselves back from going for our dreams because we are scared, we are fearful, we are worried that it won't work out, we are not really fully confident in our own capabilities. But imagine if all of this wouldn't exist. So if all of these doubts and fears and anxieties and worries and internal limitations didn't exist, would you go for it? Would you be fearless in the pursuit of your own dreams and happiness? Yes, you would. Yes, you would. You wouldn't even think twice, right? So we are our own worst enemy, and most of the times we hold ourselves back from accomplishing the things that we want to accomplish. So here's my advice on how to overcome this. Feel the fear, but do it anyway. Become aware of the fact that this feeling of fear or anxiety when it comes to starting your new project or your business or your whatever, 99% of the time has nothing to do with reality, okay? You are in charge of creating your life the way you want. You are in charge of creating your dream business or living in the country that you want to live in or creating your dream relationship. So all the fears that you're feeling are more to do with your programming, your biology, your makeup, your genetic makeup, and your thought processes and the processes of your mind that are mostly involuntary and subconscious. So feeling the fear, acknowledging that this is something that everyone experiences, every human being, it's false information appearing as real. So acknowledging that this is going to happen, allowing this fear to exist, but still following through with your plan. A lot of people struggle differentiating, that's a very difficult word for me, differentiating with between whether their fear is a warning sign or whether their dreams are the right dreams to have. So they're like, oh yeah, but maybe this fear is trying to warn me from like not doing this because it's not the right thing to do. Here's my solution to that. If you're connected to yourself, if you have a proper awareness practice, if you are an empowered individual, if you meditate on a regular basis, you will always know in your heart what is right, okay? So you will always know that the dream to start this business or the dream to move to this place or the dream to be this person comes from a place of soul desire. Now, when your soul desires stuff, it is because that's one of the things that you came here to do in this life, okay? So it means that you were meant to live this dream, to create this reality, to be in this place, to have this, to etc., etc. Depends on, you know, everyone has different desires, but most of the time our authentic desires are a very strong indication of what our soul wants for us. So I am not talking about The Secret or the law of attraction the way that it's portrayed nowadays, in the sense that if you dream of a Ferrari, doesn't necessarily mean that the Ferrari is an authentic desire of your soul. It can also have to do with your ego a lot. But I know that when you authentically desire to help people, to be an inspiration, and then there's also some more selfish desires, like to live in a certain place or to make X amount of money. But when a desire comes from your soul, it always feels really, really, really aligned. You don't have any doubts about it. You just know. And then the fear still appears, right? So it still appears, but you know that this is the right thing. So with these soul authentic desires, you continue on your path. You let the fear exist. You let all your bodily sensations and all your emotions and all your brain mind fucks, you let them appear, but you let them be what they are. You acknowledge them, you experience them, you don't identify with them, but you let them be what they are. When I started my clothing brand, I had a massive anxiety attack. I drove to the gas station in my car, and all of a sudden I felt like I couldn't breathe. I could not breathe. I had to call my roommate, my then roommate that I was living with, and I was like, please come and pick me up from this gas station because I don't think I'll be able to drive. I think I'm gonna faint. This was a massive anxiety attack. Subconsciously, so many fears rose to the surface because I've always been a yoga teacher and a coach. So I started in a completely new business based on my passion, but also where I showed a lot of my creative processes to the world, right? I was modeling for my own collections. I created these collections, and all of a sudden the fear of being rejected and the fear of having done something completely unacceptable for society, or maybe people wouldn't like it, or maybe they thought I was a bad model, or maybe I was too fat, like God knows, like all these things came up. This anxiety just paralyzed me for a while. But did I know that this brand was an authentic desire of my soul to create, where I wanted to be an inspiration to others, where I wanted women to feel good about themselves, where I wanted to create something beautiful and sustainable? Yes, absolutely authentic desire. Did I ever doubt my desire? No. Did I get paralyzed by fear? Yes. Did I allow the fear to exist? Yes. Did I move on from this fear? Yes. Do I still have moments of anxiety? Yes. But it's okay. It's okay. And this is something that you just have to acknowledge. Identify what your true desires are. Experience all the emotions that you get with it. Identify what your true purpose is and what you are meant to create in this world. Don't allow this fear to hold you back from what you authentically want to manifest. I hope that was helpful. This is how I deal with fear and anxiety when it comes to making big life changes. This is how I have mastered my own emotions, my own tendencies, my own imprinted tendencies that every human being has. Okay, so I hope that was helpful. I'm going to take a few days off. Happy weekend. Gonna enjoy Istanbul to the max, and love you all. Much love.